It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Hey, we're going to have some Friday fun, but before we get started on the Friday fun, I want to share something with you all. First of all, I got to say this. I really thank all of my sponsors and supporters for the end of the day with Ray. Without you, none of this would be possible, right? But folks, over the last couple of months, the individual sponsors have really increased, and I'm so grateful. And you know, yesterday I was doing that video and I shared with you that blog called Actionable Intelligence, and you know, they put the stories out there that a lot of the other industry people don't put out there. But when I was doing that, it's like $300 a year to get that information from Actionable Intelligence. And I thought to myself, well, that's a lot of money. But at the end of the day with Ray, you know, you could become an individual sponsor. Folks, it's $50 a year. And all of those that have done that, I greatly appreciate that. It kind of helps keep the lights on. So I figured I'd be like PBS real quick, and I'd do kind of like a little promo for the end of the day with Ray, if that's okay with you. Folks, just go to my website, End of the Day with Ray. It says Become a Sponsor. Click on Become a Sponsor. It'll take you right here. Go over to the individual sponsors. Click on Become a Sponsor. Put your $50 on a card, and off you go, folks. And I really do appreciate all those individual sponsors. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try to help people out. And the episode's titled Transition Psychology. I'm not saying that I'm a psychologist, but I've seen a lot of psychologist TV shows, if you will. You know, and I think I learned some stuff being a salesperson for, you know, way too long, some people might say. But folks, at the end of the day, there's a lot of questions that come to me. And these questions, people need help. You know, they're looking for some psychological help. And so today I took some of those questions and I put together some slides. We're gonna help these people out, because during a transition in an industry where the core deliverables falling off a cliff, I mean, you have to have the transition. And through that transition, there's a lot of tough things that happen. And people get emotionally, you know, they get stressed out, folks. They really do. They need some psychological help. So without any further ado, let's just jump in here and start with the first question. This person says, how do I strengthen my leadership team? You know, they're having struggles, you know. How can I strengthen my leadership team? And I'll tell you this, stop playing Simon Says with them. Stop playing Simon Says and make them play Risk. Folks, if you're the leader up there and you want all your team to just be following you around and doing whatever you say, it's not going to change the game. You know, it'll make you obsolete. You don't need to be playing Simon Says, is my advice. Make your team play Risk. Let's see what else is out there. I don't understand why I can't hire young people. We have to send prospects to convalescent homes for demos. Folks, I've read some of your adverts out there. They're just ridiculous. Yeah, this person's sending some pictures. Here's the sales lady. She's laughing her butt off because the prospect's saying, can you come back on Friday? And she's thinking, Friday? You know, today's Wednesday. I might not be around Friday, if you know what she's thinking, right? Over here, they got the demo going on with a couple of folks. You know, they go out in the hallway and they do the demo when people come. Folks, clean up your adverts. I did a whole separate episode on this, but it's time to, you know, it's time to take this crap seriously. You know, some of you guys, you read these adverts and what are you trying to hire? Like A.B. Dick salesman from 1950? Hey, I still got the Studebaker station wagon. I'm hoping I could use it at your end. Folks, clean up your adverts or this won't happen. That's my advice. I don't understand why prospects won't take my calls, because you're using rotary phone sales tactics, I call them. Rotary phone sales tactics. What the hell's wrong with you people? You got to go where the prospect's at today. They're not sitting by the rotary phone. They don't have the receptionist out front. Mr. Stevens, Billy Bob from ABC Copiers on the line. What the hell? Folks, learn how to use social media. Learn how to find these prospects in the digital landscape. Quit using rotary phone selling skills. Holy smokes, here's some of them. Can you help me understand why I'm missing out on marketplace realities? Because you're reading fantasy books. My gosh, folks, you know, I talked a little bit about this yesterday, but the industry's blogs and, you know, news, it's just crazy stuff. I mean, folks, here's some of the articles. Millennials love to print. Who the hell even cares what millennials like about print? We need to be reading about why millennials don't print, not the 10 that they found somewhere that like to print. That's what our industry does. They like to publish these fantasy stories so people stay comfortable. You're not gonna move the needle if you keep reading fantasy books. Here's the reality. You know, I'm starting to think to myself that my psychological skills, helping people as a psychiatrist, could be a little bit tough. Some of you all might actually have to go to a psychiatrist after watching today's episode, but I'm hoping at least I can get you in the right direction. Let's move on. Okay. How do we wean off those crazy awards of status quo comfort? Folks, I had these meters I put on there yesterday, and I wanted to kind of continue with that thing, but I have a confidence meter over here. The reason people are chasing these stupid awards, and the reason people like status quo comfort, is because they're insecure. They're insecure of their place in the future. They're insecure of their deliverable. If you got to plaster a whole bunch of awards all over your website, people know the real awards from the stupid awards, okay? Just so you know that. When I say people, I'm talking about your prospects. But let's come over here to this confidence meter. When you have zero confidence and you're really insecure, you want awards. You want to show up where everybody's getting along, slapping each other on the back. You go to these useless webinars, where you talk for the first 10 minutes about absolutely nothing. And then you try to get everybody comfortable. Everything you say that could be controversial, you got to put a big old cushion statement in front of it so people don't freak out and hang up. It's just crazy stuff. And then you start challenging relationships realities. I'm going to say this a lot over this next year. If our industry doesn't stop sacrificing its knowledge for relationships, it's going to be in trouble. You could still like people, but you have to address the realities of the relationships to help you expand to a continuous relevance. Don't fool yourself. There's a lot of fooling yourself going on. And then they start paying the tough tuition for the knowledge. So the people start thinking, man, I got to pay this tuition. That tuition could be tough. That tuition could be having really tough conversations with past relationships. That tuition could be a financial tuition. I got to invest to get better. And then they turn into a remarkable thing. Remarkability becomes so relevant in everything they do. And when they're remarkable, they have confidence. And when they have confidence, they go out in the marketplace and they accomplish remarkable things. But it's a continuous journey, folks. It's a continuous journey. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, hang on a second. Last one. Is there a drug I can take so I don't waste time as I seek relevance? Well, here's the reality, folks. I'm going to tell you to stop taking Prevagen. Those of you that are taking Prevagen because your memories are coming in play and you're trying to drive visions from memories and it's all about what you remember and you're probably showing pictures of you and people that you remember and it's just, you got to stop the Prevagen drug. And you got to have a reality prescription. I'm going to write a reality prescription. I reached out to the pharmaceutical industry and I reached out to the psychological industry. I think there's some of those, right? The Psychology Association. I said, could I prescribe something? Told them what I was going to subscribe. And they said, yeah, go ahead and subscribe. So here's what I'm going to subscribe to you. Watch The End of the Day with Ray. Reality prescription is Watch The End of the Day with Ray. Folks, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend because everybody watching me knows this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all Monday.